Alright everybody, so this is a little video on the base angles theorem, which is a new theorem for us. This is a theorem that works only with isosceles triangles. So if you don't remember what an isosceles triangle is, we have a triangle here, and an isosceles triangle is a triangle that has two sides that are congruent. So these little marks right here mean that this side and this side are the exact same length, and we use these little marks through to signify that they are congruent. Now the base angles theorem tells us that in isosceles triangles, when we have one side congruent to the other, the base angles theorem tells us that the base angles, so this angle right here and this angle right here, so the two angles opposite of the sides, tells us that these two angles down here are congruent. Okay, so for example, if I have a different triangle, so if I am given a triangle like this, and they tell me that this leg over, or that this angle over here is, I don't know, 50, and this is a isosceles triangle now. If I know that this angle is 50, this is a base angle because it's opposite of this side right here. If this angle here is 50, the base angles theorem tells me that I know already what this angle is. And since the bottom two, or the base angles, the two angles opposite of the two congruent sides, are equal to each other, I know that this is also 50. So my marker isn't really working here. But I know that this is also 50. So basically, base angles theorem, it's pretty straightforward. If you have an isosceles triangle with two sides congruent, the two angles opposite, so not this one because it's contained by the two angles, or by the two congruent sides, but the two angles opposite of the congruent sides are going to be congruent themselves, or basically that they will have the same exact measure. So that is the base angles theorem. This is a very simple theorem that we're going to use today in class, well, that you will use on some of the task cards today. It's an important theorem for moving forward, so hopefully that makes sense. If you need more help, let me know. But this is the base angles theorem, and it's only for isosceles triangles.